Hello, my name is Samuel Lude, and I'm here at the National Archives to meet a historian named Jessie Kratz. And we are going to talk about the Constitution and all of our founding fathers, also documents that lay here in this very place. I think the Constitution is very essential because I'm going to be a judge and a lawyer. I need to interpret laws and determine if they're constitutional or unconstitutional. So I need to know the Constitution. Come and join me on this journey. Let's go. First, Jessie showed me the Declaration of Independence and how even though it's been through so much, it has scars, tears on it, it is still intact and is very important to this day. Then we moved on to the Constitution. We saw all the articles, and something that really struck my mind was how Article 3 was only like a little paragraph and Article 7 was literally just a simple sentence. Then I got a chance to talk to her one-on-one and ask questions about the Constitution. A question I have is how did the Constitution come to be and how was it made or how was it founded?
So after the American Revolution, we had our first government under the Articles of Confederation, which wasn't very successful. It lacked a strong central government. So the Constitutional Convention met in May of 1787. They were going to rewrite the Constitution and come up with a whole new document. And so over that summer, the delegates debated, met in committees, and 3 months later, we had the final text of the document that you saw this morning.
How do you think amendments help us move forward to a better union?
So if you think about when the Constitution was written over, 200 years ago, it's a very different place and we're very different people. Barely anyone had rights. I wouldn't have been able to vote, you wouldn't be able to vote. We needed to have an amendment process. If you think about it, it was very much a compromise document that was untested and things had to be changed. So for instance, for the Electoral College, we realized very quickly that it didn't work as intended and had to amend it almost immediately.
After my time at the National Archives, I headed over to the Virginia Museum of History and Culture to speak with the former Justice John Charles Thomas. Hello?
Hi.
Hello, my name is Samuel. So I was at the National Archives this morning and I saw documents that have been here for at least 200 to 300 years. Mm-hmm. Now, how are those same documents used today, even though they're so old?
Did you see the Declaration of Independence? Yeah. Yes. Now, the Declaration of Independence is not American law. That was the statement of why we wanted to break away from English rule, and it embodies in it the hopes of America, that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's not American law, but that's the ideals that our country wants to live up to. We want to be that America.
Well, what changes would you make to the U.S. to make a more perfect union?
When I think about a more perfect union, I think about making the Constitution apply more fully to everybody. I mean, there was a time that the Constitution just did not apply to people of color. We were outside of the loop. But then with decisions like Brown versus Board of Education, we saw Black people included in the Constitution. And so the push in my life has been to breathe life into the Constitution through the viewpoint of the Declaration, that all men are created equal.
Now, I've learned that the Magna Carta was made in 1215, mm-hmm. and also it made everyone subject to the law, even the king. Mm-hmm. How do you think that changed the landscape of where we are today and how we have presidents who are still subject to law?
Well, that's a very serious question. And that's a long time ago, 1200, isn't it? What is that, almost 1,000 years ago? So yes, there's a lot of effort that has gone into creating the government that we have today. There are a lot of steps along the way. There are a lot of missteps along the way. And it's a human endeavor, which means that it's imperfect, which means that we should never look at the government as a given and that this is the best we can do. As we age as a nation and as people, we can see this is not right. Let's fix it. Okay. And that's the job for your generation.
My takeaways in the Constitution is that there's always room for change. It wasn't set in stone. It was made so that we could change it to make it better for people all around the United States. Thanks for coming with me on this journey of learning about the Constitution, how our founding fathers drafted it. See you next time.